today what I'm going to do is make a shadow box, and rather than buy a shadow box, I'm going to try actually making it out of an old cardboard box, and this is what my cordless glue gun came in. If anyone hasn't got a cordless glue gun, then I highly recommend you get one because they're brilliant. Now I'm going to use this side of the box because this is the side that has got all the smoothed down edges as the front. So that means I need to attach this bit here to here before I cut the actual back out. So I'm going to quickly do that now. And all I'll do to do that is use a little bit of glue across there and attach that as flat as I can to there and let that dry up. I should have put those bits in first as well because obviously I need those bits attached to it as well. That's what happens when you get no sleep. So now let's put it back in. I've already cut out my shadow box, and this is one from my Cricut, but there are loads on the internet that you can get if you haven't got a Cricut, where you can download them, print them out, and then cut around them. But I thought this would be the easiest way to do it, and it is quite a pretty one. While that's drying, what I'm going to do is cut this off now, and I want to cut it off with a bit of a lip going round, and I'm going to have a lip of about 1/2 centimetre all the way round, so there's actually a lip on this box, and I'll show you why at the end. So to make this easy for myself, all I've done is cut a little template of the size that I want to leave. I'll hold that up against there like that, and then mark that off with a pencil, and then I know exactly where I need to cut. So this is going to be the front, so all I need to do is line my little template up that I've cut out with this size of the lip that I want, and then I can cut that out. And having a template is just easier than measuring it all the time for each one. So there we go, I've got that marked out, and now all I need to do is put my ruler on this line and make sure I cut along that line, and then that will give me an even lip all the way around. Now I'm not going to cut this all the way through in one go because I want to make sure that I don't rip up or do any damage to this actual box. So I'm going to go through it a few times until it gets all the way through where I need it. And there's my lip. So I'm going to go around, finish off this, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Well, now I've cut that out and I've got my little frame going all the way around. What I'm going to do is neaten up this box, but also it will strengthen this little box as well. And I've cut out some card that I'm going to glue in all the way around the edges and the back as well, and that will neaten that box up a little bit and strengthen it up. I'll just use a PVA glue for this, and that won't take long to dry. I've got the heating on in here today, so it's quite warm. I'm going to pop a little bit of that on all the way around, not too thick because I want it to dry fairly quickly, making sure I get everywhere covered, and then pop that in there, push it all the way down into all the corners, and make sure all my edges are down. Follow that with these bits all the way around these edges, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. So as you can see, this has now finished off that box inside much neater and much nicer. It looks really nice now. What I'm going to do is paint the inside of this box, and I'm going to paint the inside blue and the outside black. Now the back bit isn't really too much of a problem because that is going to have a back piece on it, and only some of the sides are going to show through. But by painting it, it just gives it that little bit more finish if there is any bits that show through that you think, oh, I should have painted that. And I'm going to go all the way up. Now, I may go back in afterwards and paint some of the inside black or a really dark blue, but I'm not sure. I haven't decided on that yet. I'll have a look at it once it's dry. Well, this is all finished now and ready to be assembled. I gave this 2 coats of a satin varnish, and it is really now very strong and nicely coloured. So what I need to do is start putting this together. Well, this is my base colour, and this is the first layer of it. And to give it that 3-dimensional feel, I'm going to be putting some of these little pads all the way around. And I will put quite a few of these down to give it that bit of extra support. And these work brilliantly. I love these. I'm not putting them right to the corners and right to the edges, so they're less likely to be seen. I think that works a little bit better. So I've got all my sticky pads on there now. I always go overkill on these things, but I think it works for me. So you put on as many as you think you need to put on, and then I'll gently line it up, the next layer, and then push it down. And then I will do exactly the same thing on this next layer and bring that on there as well. And then I'll show you how I'm going to fix it into the box and finish it off. It really does bring it to life putting the layers in as well. I love it. This is all put together now, and it's come out really well. I like it a lot. And now it's just about sitting it in here. Now, this is a bit fiddly, but it's okay. I will be able to get it in there without any problems. And there we have it in there. Now, you can also add lights to this, and I am going to add some lights to this on the top. And I'm going to put the lights going all the way around this edge here. And I'm going to be using battery-operated lights. And all I need to do is make a little hole in this to be able to thread the lights through. And I'm going to use my little hole punch here. Do that with by turning that upside down like that. And we'll bring the lights in. Yeah, there. And then all I need to do is push that down a few times. And then that will make a perfect little hole there, look, ready for those lights to go in. Check my little battery lights work, because there's no point getting them all threaded in if they don't work. And then thread these all the way through until the light is there like that. Now I'm going to stick that down using my hot glue gun. And I'll also stick it onto the back of here as well using my hot glue gun. So now I've got that through there, that's attached there. All I'm doing is pushing this wire right around towards the edge and putting a little dot of glue in it to keep it in place. And working my way around, doing that around the whole of the box. And then we can see what it looks like all lit up. So I finished this now, but I think the box is a little bit too deep and there's not enough layers in this, even though it does look really nice. So what I'm going to do is add some more little details in there just to bring it forward a bit. So I've cut out a few clouds that I'm going to put on, and I've also cut out another one of these black frames, and I'm going to add these bits as well going round. That shouldn't be too difficult to do. I think that will help finish it off. Well, that's all finished now. I've turned the lights on. I put the clouds in, and I think that really does give it much more of a three-dimensional look. I turned the lights off so we could see what it looks like. When it's standing up, it's going to stand up like that, or you could put a little hook on the back. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make this project as much as I've enjoyed making this project. And it saves quite a lot of money, and it's an upcycle project as well. Boot that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure that you check out the video that I've got coming up next. I think you'll love that one. I'd look forward to seeing you over there. Leave a comment in the comments below. Love reading your comments. Take care, but most of all, enjoy your crafting. Bye.